Hi, if you're a Leo, born July 23rd to August 22nd, what can you expect for the month of June 2014? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Leo, right away I see you kind of like being blown around in a blender. A little bit frustration in things out of your control. So there may be an area of your life where you feel like you don't have control over. So I see a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction and stopping. I'm getting off this ride. I'm done. I'm frustrated. It's over. And so some of you may have taken some decisive action in the last few weeks about an area of your life that was you were frustrated with. A lot of this feels more like around a personal relationship where you were feeling like you got the short end of the stick, and you feel justified in doing that, and justified in taking back the reins and feeling in control. Um, doesn't doesn't change how your heart feels though. I can still feel your heart is in that relationship. I still feel your heart is longing to be in that relationship. However, a lot of times it is absolutely something that we have to do for ourselves to really put up boundaries and to say, this is inappropriate or this no longer works for me. And in doing so, it shapes you in a way that attracts the right person to you, or lets that person who you were in relationship with adjust and be able to come back into your life in a way that is more aligning, similar energies and fortitude and drive and the same sort of spiritedness that you have. So it's a really good thing of what you've done. Now, here's the thing. Looks like we're starting with relationships right out of the gate, guys. So we're just going to go with it. So for you with relationships, Leo, you're really being asked to sit in a place of like not knowing. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to be with that person long term. I know that I love them, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be with them forever. So here's the thing. It's really a hard place to be in, and not knowing if you're supposed to be with somebody for the rest of your life or not, especially if you're married. If you're married right now and you're separated, or you're contemplating being separated, or you're wondering if you should pull the trigger on that, or if you're just somebody single that's been in a long-term dating relationship and you're kind of going, oh, or long distance relationship, they all bring their own different types of stressors with it. So if you're in that place of re-choosing, being asked to sit in a place of not knowing is really healthy. If you can take the lid off of the idea, say if you're married and you believe that you were never supposed to get divorced or that divorce is bad, you want to open up and take that lid off of that belief that you have. Because if you have a belief that, I always have to be married to this person and what will my family think, or God forbid what would happen to me if I divorce somebody, by taking the lid off, it opens up and allows the relationship to breathe so that you can improve the things that need to be improved on. Doesn't necessarily mean that you'll get divorced. It just means that you're willing to look at the idea of getting divorced, okay? And just being willing to look at something or being willing to let go of that person brings in new energy of clarity for yourself and for that other person, especially if you're the one, and I feel like, Leo, you're the ones who are making the decisions about, I'm putting the brakes on this, I need a timeout, I'm being mistreated here, or unfairly labeled, or whatever it is that's going on for you. So I think what's going to happen here in this month of June is Mercury goes retrograde June 7th and goes direct July 1st. So what does that mean? It means that that particular planet controls our ability to communicate, our computers, our anything electronics, cell phones, cars, it's all that kind of crazy digital stuff that can go haywire, and haywire in our communications with our loved ones. So you want to be really gentle this month with communications. You want to make sure that what you heard is exactly what you heard. So I would suggest during those 3 weeks that if you're having these kind of relationships with your partner, and if you're not in a counseling situation, because in a counseling situation, they'll go, did you hear what he said? He said X, Y, Z. Is that what you mean to say? You're going to have to do that for yourself. So when you're talking with your loved one, you want to make sure, okay, did I hear you right? Did what you just say mean X, Y, Z? I'm only to say yes or no, because if they say no, then you go, wow, okay, I really missed it. So this is a really important thing for you to be doing. And, honestly, we should be doing this all the time. But during the 3 weeks of June, beginning next week, it's going to be extra important for you to really double and triple check your communication. Even if you're a student and you're listening to an instructor from a professor, or if you're somebody who's talking to his boss and you wanted that, okay, repeat the deadline again? I'm sorry, I just want to be clear. You're saying a week from Bob, you want XYZ done, or you just want that done, right? So really being clear about this is important. And then even writing it down and sending it to them in email form so you have it written down too, is also equally as important, because now it backs it up. And when people see things in writing, what they've said, it also clicks at another level, because some people are visual and some people are auditory. So for you, especially Leo, more than it feels like any other sign this month, it's really important that your communication is clear. And I think by doing that, it's going to let you kind of get out of that washing machine cycle and get a little more grounded and feeling a little more stable in your life. So whatever area of your life you're at, honing that skill to be a better listener and to reiterate what it is you're hearing is really important. Okay, so now let's look at money for the month of August for, sorry, Leo, your birthday's in August, for the month of June. What your money situation might be in June. It feels consistent. It just feels consistent to me. It feels like, kind of status quo. I feel like there's some opportunity for you to kind of actually reach some highs in the middle of the month. So there may be an opportunity to make a little extra money in the middle of the month, or to be able to receive some extra money from somebody in the middle of the month. So that's a nice thing. There may be some early birthday presents this month. Some of you may get an early birthday present this month of June. Which is kind of nice, potentially from seeing somebody that you haven't seen for a while, or that they're leaving, and so they want to gift you something early. So some of you may be getting a birthday present in the month of June. If it just feels, also feel like there's some fun things, fun excursions this month. Some of you may be doing things that you haven't done before, and they feel like kind of flings, like one-day events. And whether you're going on a quick 3-day cruise, or whether you're jet setting to Rome for the weekend, if you're that kind of person, or whether you're just going to watch the Belmont Stakes at a horse race or something, and but I feel it's got like cachet. Wherever you're going, there's this cachet energy with it. It feels really fun and really kind of hip and cool, and something special and unique for you. So go enjoy those things, guys. Have a really good time. There's also it feels like also in this month that there be maybe a desire for you to kind of rediscover history, your own personal history, or your family history, or why am I like that, or what makes that tick. And I feel this kind of desire to go backwards and look up your genealogy, or better understanding. And maybe it's for your genetics. Maybe it's that you're interested in more in your genetics, and that it's coming from the family tree that has you wanting to go backwards and look at things. But I'm really drawn into the physical body. So a lot of you, it could be too that you're on health and wellness, and we'll switch to health and wellness. And then a lot of you into health and wellness and genetics with the physical body and how to improve your body. A lot of you could be moving into the medical field for a career or position, or are already in the medical field and are looking to fine-tune the medical body with health and wellness, and trying to bring about resolutions to problems, cures, that sort of thing. I feel like this is an excellent month to discover a cure for whatever it is that ails you, or be on the brink of like some great understanding or great awareness for yourself about your physical body or about the body itself. So great opportunity this month for you to be able to kind of dig in and learn. Like I really do feel this desire to kind of go into the books and into study. So Leos, pick up a book on whatever it is that you're desiring to learn about, because you have this thirst right now. Like my mouth is watering. You have this thirst right now for learning, and you really want to quench that thirst. So by all means, pick up books or whatever it is that you're learning about. And a lot of you have a computer brain. Like you're just this real analytical, and your mind thinks that way, and you're curious about things that way. So wherever your curiosity is go for it. Also feel like in this month that the bumps can be small bumps this month. In the past you guys have had some big bumps. This month the bumps feel like small. I feel like you're getting a little break, and with things in perspective, you can handle little bumps. Like I said, taking that relationship, just giving it some breathing room, not labeling it, not needing to know if you're going to be together or not be together, and just giving it some time, some air in there, and some breathing room is really going to help you guys a lot. And then you'll just wait and see in the future, 3 months, 6 months, if it comes back around, or 3 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever the date is. You don't need to know. You'll just know it'll shift, and you'll clearly see, like it's ripped, it's over, or you'll really be able to see, wow, they've come back full force in more ways than I ever expected, and I'm happier than ever, and it's really compatible, and that needed to happen because we both got greater understanding about each other or the situation. So it's a lot of relationships go through this, no matter whether you're together 5 months, 5 years, 20, 25 years. Relationships go through it. So if you're willing, that is, to go through it. So Leos, I think you have an amazing month ahead of you. Let's see if there's any highlights. We do have a full moon on June 13th. And for you, that's extra energy. I see you feeling, Leos, you always have that swag. So I feel like there's extra swag for you around that time. So just, be careful, because Leo's, your mouth, right? Leo the lion, rah, you can roar. So be careful with your mouth around the new moon, that you don't say anything too direct that can get you in trouble. So you want to be extra gentle with your words around that full moon energy, because that energy already has, the full moon brings this whole energy with it. And then when you say something that could be a direct hit to somebody, it can really, blow up fast. So just want you to be a little cautious around that full moon energy. But otherwise, I feel like it's a great month for you guys. I feel like you're on to something. I feel like it's an introspective time. You're really going in, doing things that you want, enjoying things that you want. I feel like there's this vast discovery, self-discovery going on for you guys about what do I want and what feels good to me, and you're being single, your autonomy, it's just you, like really what do I want, no longer considering anybody else's thoughts, feelings, and really what do I want. So it's a great time for you guys, Leo, to go in and really have that self-discovery, and not be afraid then to ask for it, and later on demand it from your loved ones, and put it out there that I could have this. And if you don't have a loved one in your life that's willing to get it or give it to you, then you know that somebody will show up that will. So have an amazing month, Leo. So great to connect with you, and I look forward to connecting with you next month with intuitive astrology.